Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome. It's Lifestyle Focus Friday. I'm your host, Ronco Johnson. You company this afternoon, this Friday afternoon. How are you? Got a little background music going. Feel good music for our Friday. Good afternoon, Atlanta. Good afternoon, Canton, Georgia. I see you all checking in right now. Always good to see you guys. You know, Friday's just my happy mood. My happy mood. Hey, shouts out to Joey Somerville and Marion Meadows. The name of this team is called Swag. I know a lot of you have been asking about it. I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there so you can go out there and reach it and find it on the album called well, I already got people making comments. On the album called The Get Down Club with Joey Somerville. That's the name of that. So thank you guys for joining us. This is When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? I'm Ronco Johnson, keeping you company today. Listen, we got a lot in store for you today. And, you know, a lot of you guys have been tuning in, and thank you so much. We've reached over 17,000 views. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Just continue to tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody you can get your hands on, actually, and share the wealth with them. But today we're going to talk about a very specific topic that I think you can enjoy. Are you looking to build wealth and then secure your financial future? So today we're going to talk about 5 common ways to cut out the mistakes. You know, cut out the mistakes that help, that make this thing a little longer for you. So we want to cut out 5 common mistakes in building wealth today. Is that okay with you? And we're going to get into it. Just sit back, relax, and unwind. It's your boy, Ronco Johnson, keeping you company this afternoon. And we'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? This is Joey Somerville, aka Papa J. I have one question for you. When the lights go out, are you ready?
All right. Hey, 5 common mistakes that people make. We're going to be talking about that today. 5 common mistakes that people make. So thank you guys for joining us. So how have you been doing with your finances? How have you been doing keeping track, keeping goals, and all the good stuff with your finances? Because we have been talking about that for a little while now. And we're going to go and dive into it a little further so that you guys can have all the tools that you need, right? All the tools that you need to get us going. So this is live every Friday. We're right here. First of all, if this is your first time, welcome to Lifestyle Focus Wealth. Do me a favor before we get started. All it costs you is a moment to go right down here. Right down here, it's scrolling right below your screen. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share with someone, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way, every time we have new content coming out, we are able to get in contact with you, and you'll be the first to get on board. You know, we always want you to be there. Some of our house rules real quick. If you're live right now and you're making a comment, do me a favor. If we say something in our information that just strikes a chord with you, that grabs your ear, do us a favor. Put takeaways in the comments and then type your comment. Takeaways and then type your comment. That will allow us to find your comment a lot faster and then address it possibly in the live. So if you have a question, I promise you, many of our viewers probably have the same question too. And this is an opportunity for all of us to get those answers right now while you got it on the top of your head. Is that okay with you? So if you could do that for us, we're going to get started right now. We're going to start talking about the first mistake. The first mistake is not having a clear financial plan. Not having a clear financial plan. And many times when we're talking about having a clear financial plan, sometimes people don't know really what that means. You know, what that means is it's easy to go shopping and overspend. It's easy to plan vacations and all these things, but you're missing out on key opportunities when we spend our money. And we've talked about that. How can we leverage our money while we enjoy our lifestyle? Well, we've talked about the secret financial tool of life insurance is one great way of leveraging that I am a proponent of, but I've been an expert in for many, many years now. So I can tell you that it is cool to go on a vacation when you know you're still earning dividends or earning interest. That is okay. How about when you pay for your light, gas, water bill with money that is still earning dividends and interest at the same time that you have the money in use? These are different opportunities that we're talking about. So I know sometimes you may be reading these articles, and these articles may not always explain to you what it is that we're speaking of. So I want to be very clear. There are opportunities every time you spend $1. So you got to think, if I spend $10 today, $10 tomorrow, $10 next week, that's a lot of money. It adds up. It all adds up. So we want to take time to make sure you have a clear financial goal, and then you can stay on that roadmap. Okay. That is so important, because if you don't, you will slip up. And there's nothing like having to repeat the course. Repeating the course is a delay. And that delay is eating up your time. And as we've discussed on our program, what is the most valuable asset that you have? It's not cash, it's time. So we want to be able to save as much time as possible. Okay. So make sure that you understand what your plan is, follow your plan, stick to your plan, and complete your goals and track it all the time. Right. I see some folks stepping into the room right now. Good to see you guys. Let's go to step number 2. Mistake number 2, neglecting to save and investing on a regular basis. How many of you out there have thought about, I need to put away a couple of $100 a day, and you just didn't do it? How many of you thought about, hey, I need to buy some life insurance today? You just didn't do it. I thought about having put some money into the stock market. Just didn't do it. The question here is why? Why haven't you done it? What is holding you back? And if you know those answers to the questions, put that in the comments. I would love to talk to you about it. Hello, everyone. I see you, Donna. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Sam? I see you, buddy. Good to see you guys back this week. So when we're really talking about savings, why are we neglecting ourselves, but we can spend and take care of everybody else? That is a no-no. This year, we got to stop, think, listen, and be obedient, and take care of ourselves first so we can save other people. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, put that in the comments. I would love to build on that, but we got a lot of stuff that I need to cover today. So I want to make sure that you're not neglecting yourself. You know, ladies, I can speak to you ladies. If you go get your hair done, you go get your nails done, and you're looking fantastic, you're not neglecting yourself. Fellas, if you're getting polished, if you're washing your cars, you're not neglecting yourself. If your suits are tailored, you're not neglecting yourself. But here's my question. Are you putting the same effort into your finances? Are you saving the same way that you do on a regular basis with everything else? If the answer is that no, if you got to be honest with yourself, why not start now? Start right now. There's nothing wrong with starting right now. You're not too late. You're not behind, and you can overcome your deficit. Okay? You can always overcome your deficit. All we want to do is get you started. All we want to do is get you started. our our team over here in the box is saying bills, bills, bills. Well, absolutely. Think about it. You pay your bills on time every single month. You pay your bills every 15th, every first. You do it on a regular basis. Are you saving your money first and then paying your bills? If you can do that, it makes more sense. It makes more sense. Suppose I were to tell you that secret financial tool that some of you may or may not have. If you're still eligible health-wise, I'm going to encourage you to go to our website, lifestylefocuswealth.com, schedule a one-on-one meeting with me, and have us create a plan for you. It's available to you. Let's get a one-on-one session with us, and we can make sure it happens. And we'll go through all of the detail. We'll take you through a couple of calculators. We'll find out what your capital management and information looks like, and we'll give you some suggestions on how you can change the course of your financial situation. And that's where the game begins. This community, our Lifestyle Focus Wealth community, thank you guys for joining us. If you've never been here before, we have a wonderful community of people already taking advantage of what millionaires and billionaires do. They're learning how to leverage their money. They're learning how to leverage their time. They're also learning how to build passive income through businesses, tax savings, and much, much more. So there is a value here. It's not just we're hanging out and kumbayaing. We're growing. We're growing faster and faster every day because more and more people just like you are interested in really doing some productive, sustainable building wealth practices. So that's what we're here for. We're here for that. I'm going to show up every day for that. Mistake number 3 people make. Failing to diversify your funds. Now, I'm not an investment advisor. That's not what I do. But investments are important to your portfolio. That's what they are. They're important. The longer you wait, the further behind you get because time is on your side. We want more time. That's what we need. We need more time with the money. Putting all your eggs in one basket could be pretty risky. So be careful with putting all your eggs in one basket. And when I say one basket, I don't mean one company or one advisor. I mean diversifying amongst the companies that you choose. Maybe you have different types of assets that you own. Maybe you have some stocks. Maybe you have some bonds. Maybe you have some oil. Maybe you have some gas. Maybe you have many different things. Maybe you have some real estate. But if you could diversify your investments across the board, and you're sitting with an advisor that you pretty much have a great relationship with, then, hey, guess what? You might want to have that conversation more often than once a year, just to try to touch base with individuals and say, hey, listen, where are we going today? I learned something last week. I want to try something new. I want to elevate my experience when it comes to my portfolio. And I can promise you, your advisor will be more than tickled to help you out with that. So I know I always am happy when I can hear that someone has grown from one week to the next, and all they've done is start applying these principles. They start applying them. So if you're failing to put your time and your effort into yourself, well, guess what? You're having a lights out moment. You're having a lights out moment. Hey, I'm looking in my comments. I'm looking to see how many of you out there have something that you want to state while we're here. I am open to always answering you, so please put it in the comments. Put takeaways into the comments if you would do so, and that will help me identify you and hopefully bring your discussion piece to the broadcast. So I'm going to tell you this. If you haven't done it already, go right here. Go online. Join us. We want you in the room. Everything we need is in the room. Come on over here to Lifestyle Focus Wealth. We're a community where we want to be in partnership with you. And join now. It's only $16 a month when you pay an annual subscription, and you can be a part of it. Get our newsletters, get our events, get all of our local stuff, and you have access to me and my team, and you can collaborate with one another. That's what it's all about. And you never know. Something really, really small that you may find that you need is in the room, but you can't get it on the outside. You got to be on the inside. And we got some great things coming that I wish I could share with you today. That I am only a couple of weeks away from opening up the portal and letting you guys know what's coming down the stretch. So for all of you that have been watching and listening, you know it's coming. You've seen the development. I'm looking forward to having you around. And that will be our wow factor. That will be our wow factor. I love wow factors. I do too. I do too. So let's get back to it. I think what is most important is if you have time to schedule a session, get in front of somebody that's a professional that can help you, can assist you, that you can learn from. Some of the best ways to cut down mistakes is to talk to experts right away. Don't worry about how much it costs to speak to the expert, because you may 10 to 20x your money by having them coach you. And that coaching can go with you forever, as long as you are around. So you got to think, is it costing me money because I don't know? Yes, it is. Is it costing you opportunities because you're not being coached? Yes, it is. Could you learn more, and could you put your foot in front of the other faster with the right direction, the right mentorship, and the right people around you? Absolutely. Remember, I say, if you're the only one in the room and you're the smartest one in the room, you need to change rooms. So I would recommend us talking to you one-on-one. Get your lifestyle focus session on, and don't make that mistake. So mistake number 4, that was the bonus mistake by the way. But mistake number 4 is letting your emotions get in the way. Man, how many of you let your emotions get in the way? Oh, I didn't feel that. I don't believe in this. And my family didn't do that. My grandparents didn't do this. I'm mad at that guy. I'm mad at this guy. Well, listen, grow up. Stop it. It ain't got nothing to do with any of that. It has only to do with what you are putting into yourself. When you put it into yourself, there's no one to be mad at but yourself. And guess what? We don't want to be mad. We want to be happy. We want to be happy, because at the end of the day, when you're happy, guess what happens to your lifestyle? Everything else increases. Everything else increases. All your friends, all your families, they want to be around you. They want to know what it is that you are doing that separates you from everyone else, right? So let's not be afraid anymore. Let's get involved. Let's jump in with both feet. Let's trust the process. It's important. It is very important. But you don't want to make the bad decisions because you're trying to play catch up, because that can harm your wealth building situation. So we don't want to do that. Okay. We want to always take a disciplined approach. Practice, practice, practice. Every day, practice. It is a lifestyle. This is not a weekend trip at Barney's. This is a lifestyle. And in that lifestyle, everything you do, you need to be planning. If you're always planning, the results that you desire will definitely show up. It will show up over time. It will show up in your presentation. It will show up in your practices. It will show up in your pocket, in your portfolio. Anytime you prepare yourself, others will be able to see it. But we're not worried about other people watching, because it's amazing what happens when you start focusing on yourself. One person just told me before, one of my mentors said, when you're climbing up the ladder, it's okay to reach back and want to bring people up. But then you got to remember, when you reach back, sometimes there's people trying to pull you down to get ahead. It's probably better to say, listen, I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to climb with you, but I'm gonna get to the second pier and I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna make you climb. I want to help you. I want to help you and motivate you and inspire you to keep climbing. I can't reach back and grab you and pull you up because it's going to slow down my climb. But I'll wait at this platform for just a moment for you to get here. But then I got to keep on climbing. Well, listen, if you're a motivated individual, you're probably going to keep climbing, no matter how hard it gets. And I say that because it's an emotional ride. It's going to feel difficult. It's going to feel scary. That's part of the process. But the more and more you climb, the more and more you trust the process, the more and more you have other peers around you going through the same stuff, the more prepared you're going to be. Plain and simple. The more prepared you're going to be. Stay disciplined. Stick to your financial plan. Even when the market is volatile, stick to your plan. We know what goes up must come down, but what goes down must go right back up. Right back up. So if you have failed before, don't let that stop you. Don't be afraid. Get up and move forward. Keep pushing. Keep climbing. That's exactly what this game is all about, right? Let's take a look at our comments today. See, you guys y'all are active. How do you start the conversation with someone to talk about the importance of insurance? Wow. The conversation about insurance shouldn't be so taboo. It really shouldn't. Let me share with you a little story. And I do, maybe I'm not like everyone else, because it's not about how do I start it. It's almost like, how can you not have the conversation with people you care about? See, 100% of the people you talk to are going to do one of two things. They're living, or one day they're going to expire. That's a guarantee. So you might as well get used to the conversation. Start planning for that day. That way we don't have to think about that no more. That's the downside of insurance. This past week I had a lights out moment of my own. And I want to take this moment to edify this gentleman. If you're watching this broadcast, I'm going to ask you, look him up. One of my great friends and one of my mentors in life was Dr. Thomas Menza. He's one of the 4 originators of how fiber optics is used in the United States. One of the brightest minds in history, responsible for the fiber optic guided missile, responsible for 3G, 4G, 5G technology, responsible for how I'm giving this broadcast over to you. I reached back out to him this past week, and I was bringing him into a phone conversation, which I normally do. And we probably talk, every quarter or so. And unfortunately, I found out he had passed away. I found out he had passed away on March 27th, almost a month ago. Now, quite frankly, I was really stunned by it because we were definitely talking about business. And we were on a podcast just like we are today. And that happened. It happened. So what do you do? What do you do? You keep pushing. I can tell you that I was happy that all the things that I have done with him, all the things that I have said, he was in a good place. I was in a good place. And he has always taken care of me. I can tell you this. I was upset that we had lost a pioneer. But I can look at the times that I had the opportunity to spend with that man and be happy about what we've talked about, the things that he's shown me, and the things that uh, I'll be able to take with me for the rest of my life. So that's why it's important to have the conversation about insurance. I'm looking at the comments too. I do that all the time. I love increase. I've been stepped on while people have been trying to pull you up. Ugh, I know that's tough, but when you're climbing, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Okay. Okay. I see that many of you are having the same situations. See, when we talk about it, we're in the room. And when you're in the room, it's okay. It is okay. All of us have the same situations, right? Because we're all in the room together. Well, I can tell you this. We're going to move to step number 5. And step number 5 today is ignoring your financial education. Ignoring financial education. We don't want to ignore financial education because that is the part of the play that is so very important. It's so very important. Financial education can't be replaced. The more you know about your personal finances and investing, the better equipped you're going to be, the smarter your decisions are going to be. And it's time to start planning time for your education. If all you know is saving in a checking account or spending money on bags that are super expensive, it's probably time that you seek out someone that can give you some guidance, some financial education from a financial professional. Hey, listen, this is a great opportunity to plug our foundation. Go on www.theroncojohnsonfoundation.org. That's our foundation for financial literacy, and get more information about different details, about trust, calculators, wills, saving money. Like I said, all we need is in the room. So we want to be a part of your process, your growth process, because as you grow, we grow. And that is a win-win solution. I think it's always a win-win solution when that happens. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you now, don't forget to do me one more favor as we're getting near the end. We're coming near the end today. Don't forget to like us, subscribe to us, share, and click the notification bell, and continue to help our community grow. Thank you so much for watching. We are always happy to have you watching. And don't forget to subscribe. And on this channel, we want to give you more tips on building wealth and securing your financial plans all the time, because we got to keep the lights on, right? We all got to keep the lights on. Well, listen, that is my time today. I tell you now, I am so happy to have you guys in the room. And I look forward to seeing you guys at our next event, at our next venue, or whatever next we got going on. And then being able to talk to you in person when I'm there, right? So is there any more questions in the room before we go? Is there any more questions in the room before we go? Because if there isn't, we're going to go ahead and pull away. And thank you guys so much for being here today. My name is Ronco Johnson. This has been When the Lights Go Out. It's Lifestyle Focus Friday, you guys. I want you to remember to do one more thing for me. Enjoy, kiss, and love on the people around you, and be a motivator. And we'll see you next week right here every Friday, 1 p.m. on Lifestyle Focus Wealth. And I look forward to hearing your stories. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next time at the top. Have a good weekend, everybody.